So here's what comes in the box. We got our crossbar. He's already taken that out. Got the little rubber on there. Has their little logo and brand on there. I already pulled the bolts out of here. So you want to pull the inside bolts out, just on the inside. And then we're going to also remove this top one here on both sides. And on the back of there, the nuts are threaded into these on the back. So don't back one all the way out, because then this will just spin around inside there while you're trying to back the other one out. So back one out to where it's like hand loose but still in here, and then zip the other one out, and then you can pull them both out by hand. And then it just reuses the factory bolts too. These will bolt through the brackets that come in the kit back into this. It doesn't come with any hardware for that. It just comes with hardware to assemble the bumper together, because we're just tells you to reuse the factory hardware on the truck. Yep, so you want the small hole on all of these, same size hole. The bigger hole obviously goes where the bolts are. Is you have a rounded corner on the top side of this corner right here. That's a good way to orient which side this bracket goes on. So you have a definite left and a right. So you can tell this one goes here. It's got this rounded corner here. The other one will have a rounded corner on the top corner like that too. And then small bolt goes out here that matches, or bolt hole goes out here that matches these ones. And then, yeah, leave all this loose so you can line your bumper up on there. So in this kit's kind of weird. They actually sent us 2 extra of this cross bracket right here. So we have 2 extra of those in this kit. Nothing for the bottom right here though. On the Dodge, you can see there's extra little strips that go there because they'll come down to the bumper. But as you can see, this one I already installed. It's really close to the bumper, so they don't give us those pieces. I don't think we need them. And also, as you can see, we have an extra hole up here. And if you look at the overall height of the bumper on the truck, get back a little bit so you can see a little better. The bumper itself looks a little high. Don't know if you're going to be able to push a Honda with that. A little lowered car. So it looks as if the instructions are informing us to bolt it up the way I have. But it looks as though we have another position to drop it down that much lower if we wanted to, which we might have to do later on. We'll see. But it looks like we have that option. So I got the hardware all laid out. I can get it. I like to put the crossbar on my lap like this and sit down. Makes it easier. Take the second nut. Take the nut off the second bolt here for the rubber, and then put this thing sideways on here through this, and then you can spin it so it stands upright. Yeah. So then you spin this out like this, put it sideways, put that through there, and then you can drop it down like that. And then I'll do the other one too, so the whole assembly is kind of loosely assembled like that, and then I'll just wheel right up to the truck and put it right on the front here. And you don't need 2 people to help you hold it. Makes it much easier. So the second bolt from the top, you'll be able to tell too, because as you can see, it's a much longer bolt. This hole that goes through 3 pieces of material will be your longer bolt, the 1¼ inch one. So much easier to do this sitting on the stool. Just keep it on your knees like that. Alright, so he's just about got this one all wrapped up. It's on there, square. So I think he's got a few more bolts to tighten. Let me jump on mine with the time lapse, show you a complete install. So here's the finished install, the one I just did. As you can see, it's a little bit of pain squaring these up to the crossbar. You can see me, I had my square in there, and I was just kicking these out to get them level. Sometimes they're kind of binding, they got so many brackets bolted together. Just leave all this loose, just somewhat hand tight, so that you can move this around and square it as you need to. And then once you get one square, tighten it down. Then I move to the other side, square it up, tighten everything down. I'll go ahead and tighten all of these on the back side of this before squaring it, because it just holds the rubber on. So I'll get all those tight, but leave this one loose, and all the ones that hold it together, just leave those loose so you can square everything up. And you've seen me, I was kicking it a little bit here and there to get them to move. So they're pretty good now. They're looking good. Oh, and there's also out of this hardware, all this hardware that bolts this thing together, that comes in a bag in your kit, there are 1-inch length bolts and there's 1 1/4 length bolts. So you can see, obviously the 1 1/4 is going to go through the ones that have several plates here. So you have more material here. So the longer bolts are going to go here, versus here you only have this plate and this bracket. So shorter bolt there, same down here, shorter bolt here, you only have 2 layers. Like right here you got 3. So your longer ones will go here. And yeah, and then it's just the top bolt on the outside on both sides, and then the 2 inside bolts on both sides. Oh, hey, look at me. Subscribe. So that's pretty easy, guys. Just all bolt together, simple stuff. So I also did a same brand, same style push bumper install on a 2018 Dodge 5500. If you want to check out that video, I will put a link to that video in the description of this one. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, guys, hit the bell notification for every time I have a new video, you'll get a notification. You see my new videos as they come out. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.